Indeed, but yeah, we've already had the knife round, so we're going to revert straight into game, guys. And it's going to be the first round being obviously the pistol. So it's going to be interesting to see who chooses CT, who chooses the T side. And looks as though we're going to have Dog Gaming to begin with on the CT side, which is normally the favourite side to be on this map. But we've seen a lot of upsets, we've seen a lot of close games on this map, and you just can't really predict anything anymore, especially in this tournament. But here we go, round one commences. Stay tuned and let's enjoy the game.
So, some early aggression coming out towards Fountain for Griffs is able to pick up JT with a headshot. Falls back and doesn't take too much damage for it, but Connector is left open. Now the flank is coming in, but Griffs deals with one. Gets taken down by the other. 2 kills though, going over to him already, and they have a little bit of intel. They will have spotted out the bomb from that one, so they do know what to expect here. Well, they certainly know the state. They have to predict what to expect, and it looks like they're going to be pushing in towards B. They do have that player, Nuke Dog, pushing in towards Monster, and Water is completely in their control. So I imagine that the B site is going to be the target of the aggression on the pistol round.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But yeah, you're right. It's going to be a B execute. They do have a little bit of utility to work with right now, but look at this boost from Debasse and Mezzi. Not Mezzi, sorry. It was Ash, but they've gone back. But look, they've gone into B site. It's Nuke Dog, Wafu against 4 CTs. Yoshi getting the first kill onto Skarks. Then Mezzi following up, killing Nuke Dog. Now Wafu's got the bomb down. Lucky him. Well played. He's now got the bomb and retreated back to shore. And he's doing a quick rotate round to long. And Ash is not going to expect this at all. He gets Ash. He goes for the second, but unfortunately Mezzi returns with a better aim than Wafu there and gets the USP headshot, winning the round for his team. Unlucky there from Wafu. I thought he was going to get not just Ash, but also Mezzi on barrels, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, so 1-0 right at the start there, coming out for Dog Gaming, and well, I mean, it's the start you want to see, isn't it? You want to win the rounds. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did. Now, no armor being picked up for the side of Crident. They are just opting instead to go for the P250 train, which is a new one. Haven't seen that before, but towards Fountain is where they're going to start peeking through, and Connector as well is where they've taken up position. No players on the CTs from Connector means that they have complete control over it.
Absolutely, and we've got an interesting play here from the CT side, though. There's a lot of CT presence on A site, and it looks to be the exact site that Crident are looking to take. Slowly but surely, they're pushing towards toilets, and Griffs is just waiting for that peak. He doesn't know there's one long so close, and that closeness is from JT. Is he going to kill Griffs there? I'm not too sure, because he's falling back to bank, which is quite a smart play. Play that passiveness. Wait for the T's to make their play so you can take them out with a crossfire. And Yoshi does just that. Not taking 1, but 2, but 3 out. Look at that name from Mezzi. Fantastic play from the CTs there. Absolutely destroying Crident. And that's going to demoralise them and only give confidence to the likes of Dog.
They're going to be happy with that one. Yoshi and Mezzi coming up big there. The aggression and the armor lack really actually shone through there for me. If they'd have had... Deagle train. I was saying we haven't seen a P250 train. We haven't seen a Deagle train before so far.
No.
Coming out from Crident. Let's see if it pays off for them. But yeah, the lack of armor, I think, really went badly for that, because the knock up on that UMP would have just been incredible, and they wouldn't have been able to aim for their life. And well, they certainly weren't, because they didn't have anyone left alive at the end of that round. So 2-0 is the scoreline. Dog Gaming pick up an early advantage. Now, pushing in through Connector. Let's see what they can get.
Not very much, as Yoshi gets the kill onto JT, and JT, being one of Crident's strongest Deagle players, has been taken out of this round first, which isn't going to help them in any way, shape or form. Interesting boost here from Skarks and Lazar. Can they get a double boost here on the door? Unfortunately not. Is that a skybox blocking them, or is it just themselves not being able to jump? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to go back to the game, and Wafu, JT obviously been taking out, Nuke Dog as well, Skarks as well, as Ash flanks round, takes them all out. Lazar finally gets the trade onto Yoshi, but Debasa finishes it off, makes it 3-0 to in his team's favour, and unfortunately for Crident, it's not looking too good, but we do have a bye round now, so it's going to be a pinnacle and decisive round. Whoever wins this is definitely going to be taking a couple of rounds after.
Yeah, I mean, 3,500 invested on those Deagles, and they lost them all. They got 1 kill for it. So, I mean, not really the sort of round you're looking for. So, AWP and full AKs against the UMP set, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. What they're going to want to do, play up close on the CT side, take those short angles, and don't want to face off against AWP and AKs at range. And you see that aggression in mid is doing just that. And a spray from Yoshi finds one, does a bit of damage onto Shucks as well. And he is going to be pretty pleased with that one. Yoshi, that UMP has been so strong on him so far. He is really one to watch on that.
Absolutely, he done a phenomenal job last round as well, playing from truck and taking out the T's as they entered with the UMP, and he just gets another kill on JT just there, as you commented. So yeah, fantastic to see if he can keep it up, because the T's here obviously have 3 AKs and an AWP. Obviously against UMPs, that should be the stronger weapon. So it's going to be interesting to see how the CTs deal with this and defend the site against these rifles that they have in their hands. But we got Skux here and Wafu going to join Nuke Dog and Lazza on B site. Lazza searching for that AWP kill. None of the CTs are going to be peeking, so it's going to be very difficult for him to find anything right now. But Wafu has a smoke grenade, so does Nuke Dog, to see if they use that to their advantage. And look at that miss by Lazza. That is unfortunate for him. They know that there is a CT, that being Mezzy, in River now. And Ash taking some damage there from the likes of Skux. Let's see what they can do. Nuke Dog is on site, playing Monster as close to the wall as he possibly can, just gaining that control. But look at the base, a brilliant shot. Wolfie following up with 2 trades. Mezzy following up against 1 trade. Nuke Dog taking out Ash. Griffs taking out Nuke Dog, the UMP. These UMPs are becoming a very, very popular gun in the CS era these days, and we now know why. Lazza does plant the bomb, but unfortunately Mezzy is going to do a Spider-Man jump down with the help of Griffs and take him out, making it 4-0 on the scoreboard in Dog's favour.
Yeah, I mean, the UMP's being quite strong there, but I mean, in general, they just didn't take the angles where they needed to, and it was kind of just all over the place, pretty much for that whole B site take. They needed to be a little bit cleaner on that if they wanted to come out on top, but they do in the end manage to close it out a little few more kills perhaps than they wanted to give over, but it's going to be the case that they are now in a 4-0 lead, and again coming up against all those AKs, but they do have the CT rifles and one of those AKs in their hands as well.
Yeah, absolutely, because they got the bomb plant on the last round and actually killed a few CTs, their money isn't too shabby, or wasn't too shabby until they obviously bought. So if they win this round, good job. They make it 4-1, and they'll hopefully win the next few to close that gap. But if they don't, it's looking like the Dog might be able to make it maybe 6-0, maybe 7-0. So we're going to have to wait and see. But the smokes are coming in on B, and that is obviously just helping them bide their time and use time to their advantage. But look at these utilities getting thrown left, right and centre onto B side. They don't care about the smokes. They're going to push through. Wafu's going to take out Yoshi, but Mezzy and Ash are going to work together, take out lots of T's there. It's an absolute bloodbath, and unfortunately for them, that defence from CT was sublime.
Yeah, they are pretty solid on that one. They picked it up a little bit better than on the previous round, and 5-0 is the scoreline, and now full pistols going over onto Crident.
And Jaffro in Twitch saying Mezzy has got such nice movement and aim, and I have to say he's absolutely hit the money on the ball there. He has got a great bit of aim, and he's proven to be quite a decisive game changer for Team Dog. So yeah, well played, keep that up. But looking on the T side, looking on Crident side, they're forcing up here. Deagle 250. Tech 9s, what are they going to do? What are they going to opt to do? Maybe a bit of aggression? We'll have to wait and see. But they need to do something if they want to get around on the board.
Well, they're taking some aggression into long, but in general, we haven't seen the CTs really take any position in connector. We see a lot of teams do that, and I mean, it's working for them, but for how long is the question that I'm sort of raising. I mean, fair play. I mean, 5-0 is hard to argue with those figures, but, we'll see what goes on as Griff's able to land a shot onto long. Shucks is going to fall early into the round as the aggression comes up mid from the terrorist side.
Absolutely. Look at this aggression here. Gris has managed to get a kill onto Waffy, but JT says that's not going to be good enough, Gris, as he takes out Yoshi and him. That means he's got 2 kills on the scoreboard there. Well played. That means Ash, the baser, Mezzy, is now in a 3v1 situation. Look at that absolute wipeout That was a phenomenal play from Mehdi again. Fantastic game, fantastic movement, and just all-round fantastic teamwork from the CT side. And yet again, that's another round in their favour. And I said to everyone, if they won that rifle round a couple of rounds back, they were going to probably make it 6-0, if not 7-0. And look what's happening. That's exactly what we're seeing on the scoreboard. And let's see if they can make it 7. It's going to be hard because obviously Crident have fully bought now. So it's going to be an even round, you'd like to think.
I mean, as you said, I mean, is Richard Hammond hosting this? Because that was a total wipeout. Like, it was pretty crazy, right? Mezzi just came in and cleaned house. 6-0 now the scoreline. And, well, Crident have a lot of work to do if they want to pick up this second map. Obviously, a much stronger showing coming out from Dog so far. And, I mean, brilliant show. Just, I mean, there's not much more to say, especially with Griff's making these AWP shots. I mean, that's the second time he's got an early pick with that AWP into the round, and it's paying off. The aggression in long, though, is starting to come in.
Absolutely, and it's looking more and more likely that 7-0 scoreboard line will be the case. And look at Griff's. He's got this AWP. He's just waiting patiently for one of the T's to push long. Unfortunately, nothing's going to come his way as of yet, but I'm sure in a minute there will be, as we can see 2 T's, that being Skux and JT, lining up a smoke, getting ready to push down onto that side of A, and let's see if Griff can put off a lovely bit of defense here with that magic stick. It's going to be hard, but I'm sure he'll be managed to do something with it because he's been proving to be quite destructive with that weapon throughout the entire tournament. But we know how good JT's aim is as well. He's going to Molotov that truck and just make it as easy as possible for his team to get onto site and plant that bomb. Here we go. Let's get ready for this. Execute coming onto A. Yoshi stopping Skux in his track. Waffle trading out Yoshi in the end with the AK-47. They know that Chris is most likely going to be playing in bank there with the AWP. And the CTs are trying their best to slowly but surely rotate round to the site to get this retake on the way. The bomb has been planted on toilets, mind you, and every single CT is either at CT or bank. There's no flank coming from toilets, no flank coming from Crident 6, so they don't have to worry about that. Waffle taking out the next kill into Debasa. Unfortunately, Ash turns around, takes him out, and that now puts Lazar in a 1v1 situation with Griffiths as who comes out on top. 2 orbs, 2 jewels, 1 bomb. Let's see who takes this round. It's a very important round for Crident to take. Lazar needs to pull this off. He does have the time on his side here. He doesn't know where he is. He does finally connect the shot, and that was extremely close there. Fantastic play all round from both teams.
Yeah, nice take. That was the strongest chance they had, and they did manage to convert it. The retake, though, very, very well executed, just didn't go their way in the end. That smoke and the drop, I was unsure if he'd heard the diffuse noise. Maybe he's got it turned up. You can do that sort of thing, edit your audio settings, get a little bit of an edge when it comes to that. So good job him for hearing that, and he was able to turn the corner. Didn't manage to land the shots immediately, but turned it a little bit. He was on very low HP.
Yeah.
He shot the leg, but it didn't matter. He was able to finally pick it up.
Exactly. Both had very low HP there, and all he needed to do is connect some kind of shot, whether it's his leg or head, didn't really matter, just to finish him off. But well played there from Lazar, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Lazar's obviously got the AWP once more, but so did Griff's. There's an equal buy from both teams, equal amount of utility as well. So it's going to be a tough round for both teams to win. Now, we have Lazar here. He's just searching for a CT, but Yoshi says, don't worry, Lazar, I'm going to take your teammates out. Skux, JT fall to their M4s. That means Nuke Dog, Wafu, and Lazar are in a 3v5 situation right now. Griffiths is in an opportune position right now. Lazar has no idea where he's playing. He has no clue that he's that close, and unfortunately, he's going to get tagged down because of that lack of information. Now he's on 21 HP, and Wafu is now going to get... I was going to say get killed, but look, he turns around and takes him out. Yes, they're on low HP, but that was a good little play there with the AK-47. Now Griffiths, should I say, is searching for that kill on Lazar, and unfortunately for him, Lazar does a nice little Spider-Man jump, kills Griffiths, kills Yoshi, and now puts himself in a beautiful 1v2 situation. He has the smoke, he has the bomb. What can he do? He can plant the bomb and truck, and he can potentially win the round. It's going to be tough for him to do so, but he's an extremely skilled player, and it's definitely in his favour right now if he can manage it. But unfortunately for him, the nade said no, not today.
Yeah, very nice play coming out from Lazar. He was able to get those picks, and really nice shots coming out from a lot of them, Wafu as well. But obviously it didn't go their way, and now that is going to mean that it's going to be 8-1 on the score. Sorry, 7-1. I can't read numbers. They're difficult, man.
Yeah,
I mean, who
7-1.
does that? I mean, I need to go to university for that kind of thing.
Big, bold numbers on the screen. It can be hard sometimes. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say in regards to Crident right now. Definitely not looking as strong as they were on Inferno. But then again, like we kept saying, typically it does tend to be a CT map. So, therefore, we can't take anything away from them. It's still early in the round, in the game. And look at that shot from Lazar. Misses the first, but connects the second. Well played from him, killing Ash.
They are going to start their aggression now, taking position on short as well. Again, that CT lack of presence in connector, allowing the T's to be able to push up into short and water, but they're only just doing so now. Lazar trying to hold down the angle, Nuke Dog, sorry, as they now do start to rotate towards short and water. But if they get for that flank on B, they could be in with a nice surprise when it comes out that there's no CTs to speak of coming in from connector, and that really begs the question. You need to fill that gap. Why haven't you done it yet? Maybe haven't noticed that that is a problem. So now the aggression coming up the short. Lazar finds the first shot. Debasa trades it back and finds the second as well. It's going to be the rest of them pushing on, but Yoshi from heaven rains down onto Wafu, and that is going to be a second going over to him as well. Nuke Dog is going to fall, and now it's just JT in a 1v3 pushing through up short, and he is going to try and find Griffs, and he does, has the bomb in his possession, rotating, coming out, going to be opting to push through connector. Very, very smart play. Let's see if the CTs can catch up and rotate towards A.
Yeah, a very intelligent play there from JT. That's what we like to see. We need to see that more often with the AWP players. They need to get that kill, relocate, change position, get another.
Oh, look at this.
They need to do, and that is unfortunate from JT. Just caught with his trousers down there from the CTs and getting taken out. After that good play, that happens. But, you know, never mind. They're going to have to be forced into an eco right now. And it looks like Wafu's going to pick up the deagle here. The rest of them are just biding their time with Glocks. Oh, no, make that a double deagle setup. Double deagle, double Ds.
Yeah, and the PT50 going over onto Lazar. Aggressive play coming out from the CTs as well. Quite like this, and they don't actually, again, they don't have a position in connector, and they are just falling back, opting to go for that passive play. And Bathrooms is such a strong position, and we just haven't seen them exploit it. You know, going into short through connector could be so strong for them if they go for those fast B plays, but in general, we just have not seen them take pace. They haven't really decided to go for any fast plays, and time again, what they do is go for that setup and just wait. And that seems to be happening every round. No one's taking an initiative early. No one is going for those fast pistol plays. And, well, Mezzi's going to get the first pick as JT starts to push.
Absolutely. Now, it's an interesting little shot here from Crident. They really need to get on site. And look at that shot from Nuke Dog. Fantastic headshot from him onto Mezzi. And it's the exact reason why they opted for a double deagle setup, because they know they're extremely talented with these pistols. And how many upsets have we seen with the pistols? Every single game we see to see, 2 or 3 eco wins. So well played from Crident. But unfortunately, Ash is coming in there with emotion and confidence and taking Wafu and Skux out. They don't want to give them a second round. They wanted to make it 9-1, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Phenomenal individual play from Ash. Hats off, my friend.
So they are going to be able to pick up the full AK buy against them, but it's just Dog running away with this one so much right now. I mean, they've broken... they're just doing so well here. And this connector patch doesn't seem to be coming through, but again, it doesn't seem to be being exploited either. So maybe something that both teams have read into each other, I'm not sure. I'm going to keep going on about it until something happens there.
No, of course. I mean, it's quite frustrating. You know, you keep repeating the same things. You know, you're not going to expect. You can't expect different results. You know, and ultimately they need to be changing things up and putting out some better strats than they are. They can't be getting 16-1. It's just embarrassing. So hopefully they can pull something off right now. Flash is going out though onto site B, and this is going to be a full committed execute. But Mezzi, Debasa just making it so hard for them to get on site as he takes them out. Skutzler's get a trade 1G, but so does Ash. So it's an absolute bloodbath, and unfortunately that means that Wafu and Lazar are put into a now 1v4 situation as Lazar's the last man standing. Now what can he do? He's got an AK-47, he's got a flashbang, but look, every single CT is on site B now. The retake, or should I say the rotate, has come into effect extremely quickly, and the bomb's not even on Lazar's back, so there's hardly anything he can do in this kind of situation. I mean, he can either wait for some kills or pushes from CT, but he's just going to stand in the left corner and get spotted out by Yash, and because of that, it's now going to be 10-1.
Yeah, I mean, they really need to kind of think about what they're doing here and change something up, because 10-1, that's a scoreline that you don't want to be faced with.
No, absolutely not. No, of course not. You've got to get some respect back there and get a few rounds under your belt. But unfortunately, the momentum and the confidence and everything is just in Dog's favour. And Crident are really struggling to get any more rounds than one on the scoreboard. And that's just not good enough. But we're going to see a bit of a push down Connector. Wafu taking the lead here, trying to get an entry. But unfortunately for him, no one's playing aggressively on the CT side. It's going to be a passive play from them, which is definitely smart because they don't want to give any more rounds away, even though they've only got the one round. So let's see what's going to happen with the T side. They're slowly but surely working their way through toilets. Wafu has obviously a deagle and is extremely effective with that, so to see if he can get an entry on site A. But it's going to be very difficult for them to do so, considering the weaponry that the opposition have, as well as the utility.
So it looks like the aggression coming up very quickly. They did manage to take the A site before. See if they can do it again. Luzza is going to get the first kill, but Mezzi is destructive to the extreme right there as he picks up 3 kills on the spray. Yoshi closes it out for a 2K for himself, and there we go, 11-1. Poor Dog going strong.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going very strong indeed. And to be honest, I can't really see anything really happening from Crident unless they do use that AWP in Luzza's hands, because we know how talented the fella is, and if they use him to their advantage, work around him, let him get the few picks first early in the round, then they might have a chance. But because of this defense coming from Dog, it's going to be very unlikely they're going to prove to be have any success in the next coming rounds at all.
Yeah, aggression now coming into short, and the lack of flank from CT Connector could be the weakness. Come on, someone play Connector. I really want it to happen because it could just be shut down so easily at the start of the round.
John's raging.
I'm angry.
He's angry.
You gotta get angry. It's like watching.
They will.
No, I'm not
one
going to
round
complete
they
that
might,
quote.
but they haven't got many rounds left to do so. So hopefully they do it soon, because I don't want to be sitting next to an angry John.
No, well, you know, I'm a nice guy. Don't worry.
I know,
don't worry.
I know.
Angry is as far as it goes. So the players again playing very passively on the CT side, and I mean I'm calling them out for Connector time and time again, but it's working for them. And you know, you can't argue with facts and figures. I mean, it's working for them. Well, it's working for them against Crident. I don't know if that's going to work against a team like FM, who they would face in the final if it came to that. But Ash finds the first headshot, and Wafu not able to get so much as a shot in towards Monster. The rest of the team trying to follow in, but it's just not going to go well. A lot of damage going across onto Shucks. JT takes a bit of flak as well. So, I mean, all over, they're just not really finding any way in.
No, not at all. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how the match against FM plans out. I mean, obviously we don't know who's going to be facing them yet, but we saw Crident play extremely well in the last series. And they're just not doing that or bringing that good play that they were doing in that last series in this one. So it's a little bit unpredictable. It's extremely unpredictable, in fact, these games, these tournaments, these series that we've been witnessing. So we just can't put any kind of money on it at all as to what's going to happen. Which is good. We'd like to see that kind of unpredictability in Counter-Strike, and that's exactly what we see. Ash, nice little pick onto Nuke Dog, though, mind you, going back to the game, and Luzza and Skarks and JT following up with 3 wonderful kills there. That was brilliant. Was not expecting that at all. I thought it was over for the T side. I didn't think they were going to get more than one round, but they proved me wrong. I eat my words, and that was some good, decent play from the T side.
Luzza giving his team a bit of a boot up the backside there.
Absolutely.
And they pull it out, and he is able to get a flurry of kills along with the rest of them, and they are starting to maybe have something. But I mean, 11-2 already. What a fantastic scoreline. It's Dog Gaming in a prime position here, and the aggression from mid. Let's take a look to see how this pans out for them. Luzza has his AWP trained, but the flashbang pushes him back. They don't have a great position here, but look at where Yoshi is. Griff's able to get the first pick. Does get shut down by JT, but the backstab could come in. The Yoshi has control of the bomb, finds 1 kill, and Mezzi finds it in Connector as well. Now it's Luzza trying to find the pick off, but the bomb is down yet again. Trying to pick up that AK, but it's not going to be. Yoshi now spots him out, goes for the push around the corner. Flashbang to aid his teammate Mezzi. Throws it over the top, and now Luzza's stuck in a pretty bad position here. Nuke Dog has come in for the rotate. Picks up the bomb, and now it's a 2v4.
Yeah, they won the last round, Crident, and gave us a glimmer of hope of them possibly gaining another round, if not around.
Oh!
That was a fantastic shot, brilliant. But yeah, I mean, it's looking more likely that it's going to be 12-2, but it's not over yet. We've still got 50 seconds on the clock. Laza has the AWP, and Nuke Dog is next to him with the AK-47, with a bit of utility on both of the Ts as well. So there's still a chance for them to make it 3 rounds to Dog's 11.
The push on the back coming in from Mezzi. Is he going to be able to find the backstab? They have to play it carefully. They should hear this push coming up towards A. They don't want to allow them to get the plant, and Mezzi is going to be crucial here. The Laza AWP trained on his position though, and they think they've spotted something out, but they are going to go for this. Mezzi though finds the shot, and there we go. Now 1v3. Laza is on site, doesn't have the bomb, has to rotate around the crates to pick it up towards Bank, and there we go. Ash starting to push through, gets the spray, and 12-2 as a scoreline. I imagine we're going to see 13 as well, because right now it's pretty bad economically for the terrorist side of Crident.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, just seeing the Twitch Switch is asking if anyone can enter the I Series.
Yes,
and,
they can.
Indeed,
well, you
can.
need a BYOC ticket. You need to have all your team have a BYOC ticket, because it is run on LAN. Unfortunately, if you're not in attendance to Insomnia 60, you can't do that. Of course, Insomnia 60 brought to you by Twitch, Twitter, Blurt, and Game. So big thanks to them. Otherwise, I would be out of a job for this one.
Indeed we would. So we've got to be thankful. But yeah, without them, this wouldn't be happening. But yeah, I see A61 is in August. So obviously get your tickets for that if you want to come down and join. But reverting back to the game, it looks as though the CTs yet again are proving very strong. And JT and Nuke Dog, unfortunately, aren't able to do too much other than just get that 1 kill onto Yoshi. Now look, 12-2 on the scoreboard. It's looking more likely it's going to be 13-2. So going into the second half, not really much they can do. But JT says, hang on a minute, there is something I can do, as he rips off the bastard's head. Fair play to him, and let's see if Nuke Dog can use his AK-47 to his advantage. Unfortunately for the CT there, that being Mezzi, he's smoked off. What can he do? He can pop flash. I thought he was going to push through that, because we know Mezzi likes to do that, but not this time.
No, instead he rotates around, playing it a little bit safer. They do have the man advantage. No point going for those crazy shots. Griffs finds one and finds the second as well. Closes out the half, 13-2, and it is going to be a pretty stonking lead going into the second half for Dog Gaming.
Indeed, absolutely. A very, very dominant half there from Dog, and we've got to see Crident win this eco, because if they don't, unfortunately, they're going to lose this second map.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then we go to the third map. I mean, we saw Crident have a very strong Inferno. I imagine that was their pick. Overpass is definitely something that these guys are practiced on. I mean, 13-2 against a team like Crident. I mean, they are a strong team, right?
Yeah, they're not. You can't take anything away from them. They definitely are a strong team. So I agree with you, John. It's got to be a stronger map for Dog than it is obviously Crident.
Oh, JT finding 2 and 3 as well. Headshots come through. Laza finds one for himself, and there we go. Crident chiming in. Mezzi, last man standing. Is he going to be able to 1v5 with the Glock? Has armor, but JT on the hunt finds the headshot. 4 kills for him, and what a showing from them.
Impressive. That's what you need when you're in that situation of you know, losing 13-3. You need an individual player to step up to the mark and take the lead and wipe the opposition out. That not only gives them confidence, but you know, some good morale overall throughout the 5 players in the team. And now we're going to see UMP and an M4 in Laza's hands. And I predict that they might make a decent comeback here. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's definitely on the cards.
Yeah, and so they have opted to go for the really quite tight eco here, the Deagle and 2 P250s, but no armor, no nothing, no utility. They're just going to be having to try and find some sneaky picks somewhere. Although, I don't think they're going to be too successful, if I'm honest. We have seen a lot of eco wins.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't get the plant.
No.
So I'm surprised that they haven't got the full sort of eco buy. I mean, take a look at the money. They could have, all of them could have bought armor, some of them could have bought helmets as well. Probably not necessary, and they could have had a lot of utility on board as well. But they've opted to not go for that. So a weird economic strategy coming out from Dog here.
Yeah, but they know obviously they've got a massive round advantage, so they have time on their hands. Even if they lose a few rounds, it's not really going to be a massive deal to them. So that's probably the reason why they've opted to put off that strange eco. But yeah, I mean, we've got the bomb on B here, which is slightly odd because we've got Mezzi playing a little bit aggressively on A by Toilet. So I don't know what option to do here. Maybe just get a pick and just rotate to another site. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got 33 seconds on the clock, so they better pull something off quick.
They're waiting for rotates to come out from the CTs, but Crident need every round they can get. They're playing sensibly, and rightly so. The push coming into Monster, 23 seconds left on the clock, a very, very slow one. JT finds the first shot and Debasa gets taken down, but there we go. The bomb is actually towards B. They're double faking here. Luzza is able to shut down the push. Wafu as well. The rotate's coming out and they are looking for the plant on B bomb site. Look at what is happening here. The double fakeroo is coming through. Nuke Dog gets shut down and the bomb gets planted. They're going to be pretty happy with that one. I think that was their strat all along. They're going for the third round buy and they are going to be able to pick that up. Now, Griff has his work cut out for him if he wants to actually win this round. I don't think he's going to try too much, but there we go.
No, there's no chance. He's not going to try at all. He's rotating round to A right now because he wants to pick up a gun if he can. But unfortunately for him, there's not going to be a CT in sight for him to kill and get a gun off from. But yeah, I mean, they got the bomb down, like you said. That's good enough. That was a very weird.
I really like that strat.
Yeah, it was a good strat. It was a good strat indeed. So they completely outsmarted Crident there, and they got the bomb down. So well played. Hats off.
I mean, it's something that potentially, some of the professional teams in the world could have called or maybe seen coming. They wouldn't have rotated everyone away because they know they're on an eco. They know they're going to be maybe pulling off some weird strats. But I mean, in iSeries, we've seen nothing like that. We've seen nothing like that sort of strat come through. And I mean, fair play. They absolutely brought it and were able to get exactly what they wanted. And again, but they haven't gone for the buy. So maybe they're going for that 4th round AWP purchase. I'm not too sure. They have got that Tech 9 train, a couple of bits of armor, lots of smoke. So I'm surprised they haven't gone for an A site take, but it looks like they're setting up around B.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got these Tech 9s and Deagles in their hands, and Mezzi's a deadly player with this gun, so to see if he can get a headshot onto one of the CTs to open up the site. But they're playing slow here. There's no rushing here. They're playing smart, the T side, that being Dog, and that's what we like to see. Like we were saying before, we don't see enough of these smart plays. I mean, yes, there's some good basic strats that we've been seeing throughout the tournament, but nothing like we saw in the last round, and we want to see a lot more of that because these players are capable of doing it. They just need to put the work in.
Yeah, and well, they need to find something. So the set play coming out onto B with all those smokes. Molotov going to be stopping them pushing through the smoke, and Nuke Dog's able to shut it down. Crident with a good start, but Mezzi trades it back onto JT. There is an UMP on the floor there for them to try and pick up. They have yet to find anything else. The plant is going to come through, and Yoshi able to take the pick onto Shucks. Traded back as Nuke Dog finds 2 heads. Yoshi and Debasa fall, and now it's a 3v2. The bomb is planted, though. Mezzi has that UMP, and Griff has the Tech 9 and armor on board. So it's going to be Dog just waiting, biding their time, trying to stop any push. The boost is going to come through. This could be brilliant for them. The boost comes through, and the spray through the smoke onto Nuke Dog now brings it into 2v2. The nade is going to find a lot of damage, but no kills, which is what they want to look for. Time is ticking, my friends. Luzza and Wafu, last 2 left alive. They're trying to re-smoke it. The jump through the smoke, not going to go well for Griffs. Shots trying to come out. The spray, the defuse, and there we go. Shut down. That is going to be Crident taking the 5th round, for them. 13-5 is now the scoreline.
Absolutely, that was some good defence there from Crident, and they're winning a few rounds in a row now, and that's what we like to see. So yeah, 13-5 on the scoreboard, round 19 here to commence, but look at the economy on Dog's side. They have money now, they have weapons now, and they do have the skill to wipe out likes of Crident, and it's going to be interesting to see if Crident can manage to get another round. It's going to be a lot harder than it was in the last 2 or 3.
Full AKs though, they're going to be trying to pick this one up. Obviously the standard 3-round loss at the start, and they have a lot of money on board. The AKs should be pretty strong, and JT pushing through with his buddy, and they are able to find the kill. Shucks on the assist, and now it's Nuke Dog on the site, ready and waiting, finds the headshot. Ash falls, and the AKs are falling like flies. No damage so far, going across onto Crident as they find actually 2 kills on the entry, and all of a sudden it's brought even. The site is ready for the taking. The smokes come out, and I imagine we're going to see a bomb plot coming through. The smoke coming out, but Nuke Dog pushes aggressively around the side of the smoke, gets traded back. 2v2, the bomb is now on site. A lot of damage taken by the terrorists so far. It's going to be Luzza and Wafu on the retake. Yoshi and Mezzi on the hold, and the bomb is in a pretty nice spot for them right now.
Yeah, it is indeed. 2v2 right now. We've got Mezi and Yoshi going up against Laza and Wafu. And the bomb is down, of course. It's been ticking for quite a while now, so time is definitely on the T side. But can they hold it down for that extensive time to win the round? We're going to have to wait and see. But look at this Molotov from Mezi. Fantastic kill from Yoshi. And the Molotov's off. And look at the HP on Laza. And the time's going. It's going to be a round in Mezi's favour, in Dog's favour. Fantastic play. And unfortunately for them, it's going to be... unfortunately for Crident, it's going to be 14-5. And Laza's going to die with the bomb as well. Terrible round for them. Unfortunately, that's going to destroy their hopes of making a comeback on Overpass.
I was pretty impressed there with the aggressive push through Monster coming out from Crident, but I mean, they just turned it around. They got those entry frags beautifully, and well, 14-5 now, and it looks like, I mean, look at Crident's economy. They are scraping the bottom of the barrel here, buying armor left, right, and center, trying to get a Deagle's 1 UMP on their hands of Nuke Dog. He's been really impactful with that UMP, but how impactful is he going to be against these 5 AKs coming in from Dog Gaming? And Connector, CT positioning coming out. The first pick going over to Shucks as Ash gets shut down. The Deagle finding its mark. And Dog take an early dip.
Yeah, the Baser, Yoshi, Griffs, Mezi have a bit of utility. AK's full HP, so they're still in the game, still in this round. Yoshi's going to look to take out Laza there with the AK-47 and Connector, but Wafu is also down there too. He has a lovely 250. He's going to push through River, but with his knife out, bringing a knife through a gunfight. Wafu, come on, man, you're better than that. And Mezi takes full advantage as he takes him out. Now it's Nuke Dog, Skux, and JT. Look at them. They're in a 3v4 situation. And not really much they're going to be able to do here, and it's looking more likely it's going to be another round in Dog's bag. And because of that, it's going to be 15-5. On the scoreboard. Not a great Molotov there from Griffs. Unfortunately for him, it mucks up and he goes for the entry. He's going to get one entry. He's going to go for the second. He's going to get another. Fantastic play from Griffs there. This means they're going to get the bomb down. They're going to win the round and JT's going to get a nice shot onto Mezi, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so.
No, pushing in through towards the short, picks up the AK, trying to go to the rotate through, but there is a player ready and waiting if he does go through short. But no, he's pushing up towards B site, gets an early dink off, but I think he's going to opt to fall back and save that AK. Just taking a look at their economy, you can see they are on very, very little, and they are going to try and take this one to overtime. They have a map in the bag already, so it's not the end of the world if they lose, but, I mean, 10 rounds on the trot is what they're going to be looking for, and that's pretty tall order.
No, absolutely, it's definitely his tall order, and yeah, JT, you know, you've got to suck it up and just save that AK and just accept the fact that it's going to be 15-5, and it's going to be a very, very long trek if they want any kind of comeback. I don't know if they even want to come back or if they just want to focus on the next map, which is the third and final map of this best of 3. I'm not sure, but the economy's not looking great, to be honest, so it's looking likely the next round, which is this round, is going to be the decisive one.
Yeah, now
Match
Deagles have to come out. They are, again, scraping the bottom of the barrel. They can't afford to lose another round from here on out. So full buys expected. If they manage to win this, they're going to have to full buy again. If they manage to win the next one, full buy again. So what the team of Dog can do is, even if they don't win this, try and do as much economic damage, try and get those picks off as best they can, and see if they're going to be able to do it. But JT, with an early lead, able to use that AK that he saved from last round, take down Ash, but trade it back across the map.
Yep, and not bad from the CTs there, considering their weaponry wasn't as powerful or as good as the likes of Dogs have come out on top. Look, they've made it well. I was going to say a man advantage, but unfortunately not. It's just 4v4, but still a good job from the CTs overall. And it's very difficult for the T's to actually get onto B site because it's getting smoked off left, right, and centre. Look at this little flank from JT. Fantastic little smart play from him. He does get traded out eventually by Mezi, but that was still a decent play. And that means Mezi's got 1 HP. So Yoshi, Debasa, and Mezi are in a 3v2 situation. Skux and Nuke Dog trying their best to defend the sides, but there's not really much they can do because the bomb is in the T's possession, and Debasa's taking his time whilst he completely wipes him out. And Nuke Dog's HP isn't looking too good, and Yoshi takes him out, and that's 16-5.